It finally happened! Lionel Messi has surpassed Pele's record for the most goals for one club. The one against Valladolid was the 644th for the Argentinian in the Blaugrana's jersey. 643 goals by Pele for Santos now is only the second best result. Today, our channel invites you to look at the rivalry between Messi and Pele from a different angle. The angle of the Brazilian's hidden hostility towards the Argentinian. Did you know that Pele is once called Lionel Messi's greatest hater? No? Then make yourself comfortable. Hello everyone, this is Inside Football Channel and we are getting started. Friend, support us by giving a like and subscribing. We really appreciate that. It was November of 2012. Lionel Messi conquered the football world by leaps and bounds. It was in that year when the phenomenal Argentinian repeated the seemingly eternal record of Gerd Müller for the number of goals per calendar year. In 1972, the great German scored 85 goals. Leo not only broke the record, but also set an absolutely unrealistic bar for future generations of football players: 91 goals per year. Santos celebrated its 100th birthday that year, and Pele said at the press conference on the occasion, "Now everyone is talking about Messi. He is a star, but for Messi to be the best ever, he must first become better than Neymar." Neymar at that time was 20 years old, he was the main star of Santos and the most tasty piece of cake in the Brazilian football market. As for Messi, he was 25 years old, he had already won the Champions League 3 times and was willing to get himself his 4th Ballon d'Or. What Pele was talking about? Can someone explain? Why was Neymar better than Messi, Ronaldo and Rooney, who were considered the main players of that time? Well, we are also a little confused. Pele's verbal harassment and pressure began back in 2010. The legendary striker was asked then if Messi could become the best player in the history of football. The king of football replied, "When Messi scores 1,283 goals like me, and when he wins 3 World Cups, that's when we'll talk about it." People always want to compare someone to Pele. In conversation with my Argentinian friends, I always joke, first, you should figure out who is the best Argentinian player of all time, Messi or Maradona, and then compare the winner with me. Diego Maradona, one of the main rivals of Pele in the history of world football, in March 2012 confirmed the fact that the Brazilian doesn't like talking about the great Messi. "It's not for me to say who is the best or the worst. I've always said, and for the 1000th time, I will repeat, leave Messi alone. It's good that there is one funny man in FIFA who doesn't like when people talk about me or Messi." A funny man from FIFA. Here Diego is referring to Pele. The most epic quote was the December 2018 one, which you may remember. "How can you make a comparison between a guy who has the ball well, shoots with the left, shoots with the right, and another guy who only shoots with one leg, has only one skill, and doesn't have the ball well? How can you compare? To compare with Pele, it has to be someone who shoots well with the left, shoots well with the right, and scores headers. As far as I'm concerned, Maradona was one of the best players ever. If you ask me, was he better than Messi? Yes, he was. Much better," claimed Pele. One working foot, one skill, and not at his best at headers? Yeah, in 2018, the great Pele was very superficial and critical of Messi's play. In 2020, Pele combines praiseworthy and controversial quotes about Messi. In March, in an interview with PELE Hates YouTube channel, the king of football said, "Today, I consider Cristiano Ronaldo the best player in the world. I think he's the best because he's more consistent. You can't forget about Messi, of course, but he is not a striker." Messi is not a striker. Have you heard that? Messi's average performance is even higher than Ronaldo's. Best footballer in history? We continue to quote Pele's interview to PELE Hates. It's a question that is difficult to answer. we cannot forget about Zico, Ronaldinho and Ronaldo. And in Europe, Franz Beckenbauer and Johan Cruyff. Now it's not my fault, but I think Pele was better than them all. Here's what we have, friends. Why do I think so? Because all these players were compared to me, concluded the king of football. Journalist Joel Cardenas believes that Pele disliked Messi on ethnic grounds. Historically, Brazilians and Argentinians rarely had sympathy for each other, especially in the football world. In addition, the journalist believes that Pele is more jealous of Messi's popularity and not his game. Messi is more global and influential due to the era in which he plays football. In the days of Pele, football was not covered in such detail. The media and massive live broadcasts made Lionel more popular, wrote journalist. Lionel Messi never responded to Pele's words, proving his greatness on a football pitch. However, despite all the mentioned facts and quotes, we have to say that Pele has changed his attitude. After Messi caught up with him in a statistic of goals for one club, Pele touchingly congratulated the Argentinian. Congratulations on your historic record, Messi. But, above all, congratulations on your beautiful career at Barcelona. Stories like ours of loving the same club for so long, unfortunately, will be increasingly rare in football. I admire you very much, beautifully wrote Pele on his Instagram page. Messi, in turn, also responded to the football legend on Instagram, attaching a picture of Pele to the post. Thank you very much for your kind message, Pele. The truth was that it was nice to read it for what those words mean coming from someone as great as you were. I send you a big hug, wrote Messi. On such a positive note, we would like to end this video. Friends, it was Inside Football. We watch football from a different angle. Have a nice one and see you in a bit.